Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube. Let's get into it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Significant drop off in overnight. Significant. Look at that. All right, let's see what we got. We have the 20 MA below the 50. We have the 50 at 44.35, the 20 at 44.95. Let's see if there's continuation here. We're gonna have to let these early candles play out. If it just keeps doing this, we're gonna find a hard time on an entry. Okay, it's gonna be a rough time for an entry. Let's see if we can maybe retest this 50, right? So a retest of the 50 would be ideal. You know, if we maybe if we get the 50 somewhere down here and then retest like this, that might be ideal, something like this. If we get above the 50, we have to watch out for the 20, and we don't want to get caught in chop in between the 50 and the 20. Okay, so this is what we got right now. Let's let it play out. Let me make sure the audio is good. Can everyone hear? Everyone hear? Everything's good? All right, everyone buckle up for the quiet storm. We have VWAP crossing underneath the 50 right now. Another thing we can look for is this 20. So imagine the 20 being a key level and the 50 being the price. So if we get the 50 to test and reject as well, that'll give us an indication. This is all in the lessons, by the way. Let's check higher time frame real quick. Below the water, legs far apart. Maybe we can use this. Let's see if we are, you know, so this would have been like this, right? So break. Maybe this is going to retest and continuation. You know, I don't like to play the game this early, but we're about to find out. On the 30-minute, yeah, we're far below the water. All right, here's a big drop here. Here's a big drop here. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to find an entry. The only, you know, we had this break and retest here. That was rough. If it keeps doing this, it's gonna be tough to find an entry. That's all I got to say. Also, keep in mind, I gotta call it an early day today. I have a dentist appointment. Let the early candles play out. Before we get started, do not consider this financial advice. Trading stocks involve risk. The owner of the channel, the traders that appear in the broadcasting affiliate companies are not liable for any loss inflicted in relation to its content. And then go to livespytrading.com so I can get you sorted out. Unfortunately, today's going to be short, but if you plan on joining, do it on Sunday. Do it on Sunday night so you can get the full week. Here we go. Let's see what they got for us today. Now, unfortunately, this was tough to catch, right? Because it was, first candle, this retest underneath the lick box right here on our 5-minute chart. This is tough to catch. We gotta look for an entry, unless you're just gonna jump in and wait for the legs to close on the 1 minute. That may be an option. Okay, so we know 42.58 is a thing. 42.58 is a thing. If they want to retest the 50, let's see if we can get above, if we can form support above 42.58 and possibly 42.93. That would be ideal to get above. Okay, on our 5-minute, 40.80 is some support maybe. It's going to be tough to catch it, right? Unless you're willing to take the risk and wait for it to settle out. Because it's very rare that the market just does this right here, where it just like touches a certain point and turns right back around within one candle. Usually, it likes to do this, like this for a little bit, so we'll see. We'll see what they got. We got to be patient. And also, look, we don't always have to be in a trade, right? Just because we see good movement and, oh man, I'm not in it. We don't always have to be in a trade. And I was very honest this morning with the trading plan, right? I don't have a lot of the, here's the reason why. I try to ask myself, why don't I have that confidence with the trading plan? And the reason why, it's not that there aren't setups there. It's just that I know what we do. We day trade, right? We want to be in and out. And the setups that I see that are reasonable, they're a lot of movement needs to happen. And I don't think that's going to be palatable for a day trade session. So it's like, basically I'll be telling you, you got to hold till forever, and it's just a lot of risk. I didn't see any clean setups, so I did what I could, but I'm being honest with you all. If I don't have that confidence in it, then I don't want to force it. So 40.80 looks like, let's look on the 30. Okay, yeah, 40.80 on the 30, and it's on the 5 as well, so it's a thing. Let's see what they want to do here. If we can get 40.80 to be resistance, we'll look for an entry there. Ideally, we like to see what's up with this 50. So we see in after hours and pre-market, the 50 and the 20. Yeah, they grabbed a lot of liquidity from here. They broke and retested. Okay. We're going to see if we... This is tough. Ideally, we like to reject off the 50. This is ideal. I can also see possible rejection at 41.90. Oh, this is basically 42. All right, so let's see if... Again, the 50 would be ideal. I could see maybe a possibility, something like this. If we can form support above 42.58, maybe we can target the 50. Look, whenever cover shorts. Okay. I think there's some good information in the Discord right now. Look, if I'm not here, shortly I have to leave. Go into the water cooler. You all can talk to each other, or you can stay in the live stream, whatever. But you can talk to each other. All right, let's pay attention real quick. If you scalp this, protect your trade. Or if you're still a little hesitant, I would suggest we wait for me to put some little pretty colors on the screen. So at least we can have something to go off of. Wait for some little colors on the screen. Look, the 4258. We knew this was going to be a thing, right? So we want to see if previous support is now resistance. This is very volatile. We're back at market open, so just be patient today. Just be patient today. Far below the water. Far below the water on the 30. All right, let's see if I can find a good color combination. I'm trying to find a good color combination, Jay. Let me just do the work real quick, and then I'll adjust it after. Okay. All right, let's use this lick box. This isn't here. Let's use the lick box. Might be supply demand day. I mean, technically this worked. Down, up, down, but it went really fast. If we stay in this blue, it's gonna be ugly all day. This blue has a lot of liquidity built up though. All right, maybe some weakness on the 5. The 5's still far below the water though, right? So if the weak cycle takes us to the 50 before they start the strong cycle again, that would make perfect sense, right? Look, this type of environment is where if you have that automatic stop loss too close, it's gonna slap you in the face and stop you out in the same candle. So maybe today's a good day to sit back and paper trade if you're not used to this. Protect your trade. Got 320 on the candle. All right, start adjusting your stops. Now remember, ideally we like to get to the 50. It doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Don't be greedy. We're gonna get what we get, and we're gonna be happy with it because the environment's volatile. So if it turns around and slaps you in the face right now, at least get something out of it. We're gonna have some dry powder for the next play. Just protect your trade. That's all we gotta do. Easy money, right? Easy money. I'm just gonna move this over. Here was the entrance. And remember when I said, look, this blue has plenty of liquidity in it. Plenty of liquidity in the blue. We even had a break and a retest of our lick box right here. So if you wanted to use the blue, if you wanted to use key level, or if you wanted to use the lick box, all of them made money. There we go. Now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. I told you, if it just keeps going down, it's going to be tough to find an entry on puts. We needed to have this happen right here. This is perfect. This is a perfect trade. This is a perfect trade. Where's the blacked out lokes? There we go. There we go. There we go. It's all right, Jimmy James. We made money. We made money. Don't worry. Don't worry. We made money. You got some dry powder. Just, you know, the 50's right here. So that this is, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but it's, there we go. Okay, now adjust your stops, right? Now, perfect. This is what we wanted. Remember this morning what I told you. An ideal setup would be right to the 50. There we go. This is what we wanted. Exactly what we wanted. Look, if you're interested in learning how to trade with us, go to the website, livespytrading.com. I'll get you sorted out. Very simple. It's very simple. Just adjust your stops here, okay? It's gonna get, now you know it's gonna get hectic. You know it's gonna get hectic. Let me clean up the chart real quick. That was easy money. That was easy money. And look, we didn't need colors for it. Right, Jay? We didn't need any colors for it. The colors are overrated. The colorblind guy said the colors are overrated. That's funny. You're funny. That was a pretty good one. I like that. Oh goodness. Okay. My goodness. Man, I want to take something off the top. I want to take a little bit off the top just to secure something. Hold on, I didn't even move. I didn't even adjust my stops. Okay. I might take a little something off the top. If we can get above the 50, then, you know, maybe I'll take a little more off the, I'll take a little more on the 20. Or I can just adjust everything. Or I can just adjust everything together. Okay, this is, now we're doing okay. Now we're doing okay. Oh, cheese and rice, give it to me, please. Please give it. Come on, go to the 20. I'm being greedy now. Now I'm being greedy. There we go. There we go. No, today was different. Today was different. Today was too easy. Today was too, it had to be the 50. What else would it be? It had to be. Of course they're going to test the 50. Today was different. Not every time I don't trade Friday. Hold on, let me take something. Okay. Whew. Damn, we had a phenomenal week. This week has been really like some type of blessing, man. This has been a really good, this has been a good week. We've had every day of today was a good week. We only had like what, 1, 2, 3 red. That's all we had was 3 little red candles right here. This was easy. And this is why it's important, especially when you see something like this, to get out of your brokerage and look at the damn charts. Look at the damn charts. Look at the money we're printing right now. Look at the money we're printing. Get back to work. Bam. Look at them. Look at them. Okay. Now look, we're gonna have a wall at the 20, and we're gonna have a wall at 50. What is this? 45.79. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've done my job today. I've done my job. Protect this trade. This was easy money. This was easy money. Look at the absolute perfection on the call out, if I do say so myself. And I did. Look, if you hesitated, whatever it is, don't feel weird. Don't feel anything in your body that's like that great regret that you feel by not taking the trade. Do not do that to yourself. Okay? Hold on. They're about to get me on my first set. Give me 1 second. They're about to get me on my first set. I'm here. I'm just paying attention. Okay, now I want to take something off the top a little bit, just a little bit off the top. So I'm going to take something off the top, secure the bag. It was a Louis V bag, by the way. I'm going to secure this bag, and then I'm going to let the runners run for just a little bit, not too much. Let me let it play out just a little bit. Everything's safe. I'll take something off the top shortly. I'll stick to the rules instead of being greedy. So I got it underneath the 20, right underneath the 20, and I got it right underneath the 50. All right, let me pay attention. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm still here. Just give me a second. Let me pay attention. I'm still here. I'm going to be quiet for a second. Hey, the Coke, if you're listening, I'm trying to reach out to you. Send me an email, livespytrading@gmail.com. The Coke, I've been trying to contact you. Send me an email, livespytrading@gmail.com. All right, cool. Yeah, livespytrading@gmail.com. All right, I'm getting a little bit antsy here because I haven't taken anything off the table yet. It's just been a straight arrow up. They're about to get me though. I'm gonna tighten it up just a little bit. Remember, I gotta leave early today, so this was an 3 points in 30 minutes. Look, yeah, we did all right. We did all right today, huh? Damn, they're really testing me right now. I'm not going to survive a weak cycle for sure. So I'm going to take something off the table. I'm a little bit above the 20 now because I'm not nervous, but oh, look at this. Okay. I really want to. All right, I'm going to fly close to the sun right now. Oh my goodness, look what's happening. Look at the call out. Come on. Remember, 45.79 is going to be a wall right here, so. Man, what am I going to do? Hold on, I'll be right back. I mean, I'm here. Now I'm in the brokerage. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm about to cry. This is I'm about to cry. We had such a good day. This is how you want to end your week. Just like this. Oh my goodness. Look what's happening to us. Hold on, I gotta adjust. See, now I'm playing with the damn stops too much, but I don't care. This, okay. Okay. I'm here. I'm gonna be quiet for a second. I have to take something off the table. High school. What do you mean gambling? This isn't a gamble. This isn't a gamble. High school says 5 days straight. One every day here watching. Good job, brother. Why don't you join the Discord? Stop being weird. You're going to do much better. You're going to do much better in the Discord. I'm not saying to trust me. The data's right there in front of you. I need to take something off the table. This is I don't want, okay. Hold on, I need to readjust because I may be flying a little too close to the sun again, but I don't want to be greedy. I just want to take something off the table. And then you know what's going to happen. It's going to stop me out that I'm going to cry like, oh man, I knew I shouldn't have done that. Same old story. But I'm going to be happy right here. Legs are about to close. All right, high school. Yeah, join on Sunday night. Come on. Come on. Okay, now I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna start chasing this right now because it's that time. It's that time to start. I'm just gonna drag everything up with me. Yeah, I'm gonna drag everything up. Give me a second. It just danced on my stop. It just and kept going up. So let me drag everything up now. Now I got. Hold on. Up. Up. Why? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Hello? Okay. Oh, what the hell? Why is this shit frozen? Is it frozen on your screen? Oh, jeez. Why now? Why now? Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. We're good. Everything froze up on the damn. I got too much stuff running. Oh man, it's a good thing it froze up. That was a good wow, bank error in my favor. I was about to stop out. I was about to try to stop myself out. Okay, that was a good error. Couple more bucks out of it. Oh my good, look at what's happening right now. Oh boy. When the legs close here, I'm gonna definitely take something off the table. Just gotta wait for these legs to close. They don't want to close. These legs are open for Big Daddy. All right. And So this dotted line should be somewhere about where I'm gonna get stopped out. Roundabout. It's not gonna be exact because there's probably a all right, first set gone. This was. I'm gonna let this next set just run for a little bit. We got plenty of. Look at the entry. Look at the entry. We had a good day. We had a very good day. Whoa, you know what's crazy? Look how VWAP curved along with the what is this? What is this thing? The my flexion point. Look how VWAP curved right on it. That was interesting. All right, that was a great trade. This was an absolutely phenomenal trade. I am, you know, I told you the home runs are going to come. The home run, you know, that's a home run if I say so. And I did. This was a nice home run. Very nice home run. I'll give the runner a little bit of space here. I might be okay with surviving a week. I just don't have the time. That's what it is. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I gotta leave early today. And I may not have the time for this. — 46.65 seems to be some resistance on our 5. The 45.79, we'll see what they want to do here. 46.65, 45.79, okay. Today, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Today was a really good day. Let's pay attention to this 30-minute lick box, okay? Let's pay attention here. Don't start revenge trading. Don't start revenge trading now. Look, the overnight gap is where's it at? 47.91. So they might want to reclaim this area, this 47.91. So if they want to reclaim it just to fill this gap right here, that'd be reasonable. Oh my, look at them. Oh my goodness, we had. All right, let me adjust my runners. I'm here, I'm here. I don't even know why I'm looking at this so hard. This is such a good, look at the money. Look at this. It's the home run I'm always talking about. I'm gonna try to do the responsible thing. We know 45.79 is area of high liquidity. 47.49 also another area. Let's see what's next on the 5. So the 5 has some room here. $47.37, there might be a stop right here. 47.37 might be maybe somewhere near this blue on our chart. And they are about $47.88 to fill the gap. About 20 cents away from filling this gap. I gotta try to exit the trade soon. All right, Jonesy, we'll see you again Monday. Good job. We had a good week. We had a good week. We had a good week. Watch. Let me share the screen with everyone. Look at Jonesy Poo. 5K. Nice 4-figure day. And you're welcome, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you too. I love you too. I know we have a weird love relationship. No one would understand it. No one would understand the way we react to each other. Jones abuses the shit out of me, by the way. It's in a very abusive relationship. All right, now I'm starting to get a little bit, I don't like this wick. See, now I'm reading too far into the candles instead of just looking at the price action. I can sense this about myself. Maybe I'd be okay holding through week cycle if I know I didn't have to leave like in a little bit. I might be okay holding through the week cycle, but I don't think I have that time today. I'm gonna try to close this out. I'm here. I'm just being quiet. Give me a second. I'm trying to close this out. It's about to stop me out. Come on. Come on. A little push up. Come on. Little more. Little more. I've been good. I've been so good. Now I want to chase this, but what do I do? What do I do? See, if I was a real gangster, I'd leave it by the 20, but I'm not a gangster like that. I just don't like this wick. I'm not prepared for significant, you know, I don't, you know, I did good. I did good. I don't need to be that greedy. Okay, here we go. Come on, a little bit more. Push up. And I also feel pressure because I know I don't have time, so I need to like. I want to just close. I want this to either shoot the shit up or shoot down and stop me out, or shoot up so I can adjust the stop. And one of those two things need to happen. Oh my goodness. Okay. I gotta start to chase it now. I don't have time. I gotta start to chase it. Today has been such a good day. This one goes out to all the teachers that never thought I'd amount to anything. You guys know that Biggie song? I'm playing that song all the way to the dentist. Loud. I'll give it a little bit of room. What's that song? The Biggie song. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Did I really survive? I survived the cycle. Look. Well, I mean, we don't know yet, but at least we're able to get a little bit something. We're able to get a little tiny bit more. Come on, just go to 47, 49 and I'll be happy. I mean, I'm happy already. I'm actually happy already. I'm extremely happy. It was all a dream because I used to read Word Up magazine. Oh, they're dancing on my stop. They're dancing right on it. They're doing the lambada right on my stop. Come on. Come on. I should give it a little more space, huh? I should give it a little bit. I'm going to give it a... Yeah. I also have to get out of here, man. I can't sit here and watch this like this. This may have been my second chance right here on the 1025 candle to do whatever we needed to do. That may have been my second chance right there. Okay, good trade. They got it better. You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. Wow. Oh my goodness, they got me. They got me. They slapped me in the face. They got me. If this doesn't go down like significant amount, I'm not gonna be upset, but okay. And then wherever my dotted line is now is probably more than what I would have been willing to deal with in real life. Wherever the dotted line is right now is probably more drawdown than I probably would have been out for real here. And then maybe if I had a third set, if I were to split up these last contracts and had a third set, I'd be even lower. I'd probably be below 45.79 on the third set. But I've only got, I'm not going to do all that and split it up. So I'm only going to do 2. I'm already out. I just want to see if it would have went to a level that I know I would have been out on. And this is a random level, right? It should have been 45.79. This is just a random level because I'm not gangster like that to hold it till. All right, let me check on the Discord. Yeah, if you made money today, call it a damn day. Call it a day and have a weekend. Oh, man. Okay, yeah. See, this one definitely would have got me on my second set, and I would have had most likely a third set probably like right here. If I were to split it up in 3. This is just me. I know how me personally, how I would have reacted, right? So my first set, I probably would have taken here. This is if I would have had three lots. My first set, I would have taken here. This is how it should have been done. My second set probably should have been a little bit underneath 45.79. And then the third set should have been probably right here. This is how it most likely should have been done, but I don't have time. Not only do I not have time for that, I just know I'm not comfortable with that type of risk tolerance. So I just like to get the money whenever I see it. That's it. But this is a good trade. This is an excellent trade. You know, I'm out of the trade. Obviously, I'm out of the trade, but I just wanted to see how it would have done had I stuck to what I maybe should have done, or if I just should have waited for the cycle, right? And not even look at numbers. Just wait for the actual cycle and play it, you know, above the water type stuff. You know, I think the third set would have been allowing for the week cycle. Okay, so here it is. My first set would have been, you know, whenever I feel we reach some type of peak that I'm not willing for, you know, maybe the cross, right? The cross. The second set maybe would have been at a key level, and then the third set would have waited for the week cycle. That's how it probably should have been done. But we're up against the time clock. Well, is that repetitive? A time clock? We're up against the clock. We don't have a lot of time. A time clock. We didn't need, well, the pretty lines we had was the blue. That's all we needed, right? When I said, look, this blue has a lot of liquidity. Use the lick box. Above 42, what is this? 42.58, which is why we have this very pretty yellow cup right here. You see the break, the retest, and the reject. We didn't actually need any. We didn't need any pretty lines. Didn't need it today. I mean, we never really need it, right? Because the price action is going to do the speaking. I do the lines to give you guys something to go off of, as opposed to, well, this guy on the other end of the screen has a vibe, right? I want to give you a reason. I want to show you visually that it's not just a vibe. Otherwise, you just be like, okay, he's saying buy call, buy put, and we don't know why. Because if I don't show you, then how are you ever going to learn? Everyone else, when you join their Discord, they're going to try to keep you in the dark just enough. So, because they're afraid, well, you're going to take my job. Me, I fully expect that in time, you're all going to get the experience and you're not going to need me anymore. You're just going to want to hang out just to be nice. But eventually, you're not going to need me. I mean, I understand that. Let's see. Yeah, man, today was I told you, the home runs will come. If you didn't get in on it, don't feel weird. Don't be weird about it. You just have to be excited for the future. You know, and remember this moment. Remember how you reacted. Remember how much sweat filled up in your goddamn armpits. Remember, take a look at the exit strategy, maybe that you could have taken advantage of. You got to remember all these things. This is very important data for yourself. You know, I've over these years, I've learned a lot about myself, what I'm willing to do, what I'm not willing to do. And, you know, when I first started, I used to take a lot of this, I want to call it stress or whatever you call it, anguish, I guess. I used to take it with me throughout the rest of the day. And it used to really put me in a bad mood isn't even the word. It used to just really affect me even after the, trade's done, cycle, or, the session is closed and I'm still fuming or thinking about what I could have done better, yada, yada, yada. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself. And now, when I stop out or if I don't, I just try not to let it affect me, and it's easier said than done. It's like trying to tell someone who's depressed, well, just feel better. You'll be fine. I get it. Easier said than done. But all I can say is that it takes time, and I know that's not, you probably don't want to hear that shit either. But there's nothing I can do that's gonna increase your risk tolerance. You're going to have to experience it for yourself so you understand, okay, last time this happened, so you can gather the data you need. You need to gather this data. You need this information. And sometimes that data and the information comes in the form of either taking a loss or stopping out too early. And then once you realize this is just a business like everything else, it'll be a lot easier. Once you realize I got a 50-50 shot, but if I wait for this certain thing, it increases my chances of success. Once you understand that concept and you're not just looking at red and green candles and hoping and praying with fear and with anxiety in your chest inside of a trade, once you get to that point, that is when you will become consistent. That's when. That's how long it's going to take. When you take this as a business and not as a hobby, because every person, this is your business, right? Every business owner knows there's going to be drawdown. There's going to be a bad month. There's going to be a bad week. There's going to be certain events that happen that cause whatever in your industry. Every business owner knows that. This is no different than business. And look, there's someone on YouTube that said, I made every single day green day for the last 5 days. Okay, great. If you don't it's not always going to be like that, right? We're going to get caught in chop at some point. This week was just the week where, you know, it was pretty easy to trade. But we're going to get caught in chop at some point. Or there's going to be a news event that happens at some point. When we least expect it, right? The setup's perfect, and then all of a sudden somebody sends a tweet, and then it does the other thing. That's going to happen. We're not going to win every trade. We're not going to win every day. You know, I use our week as a barometer. Like, okay, I'm not a loser if I win the week. This is how I view it. And we've had a pretty good record since January 3rd, 2025. All right, we possibly see a retest of this lick box here. So we broke, we retested. We're gonna see if there was a rejection. You know, ideally we'd like to see more if this is gonna be a bull flag. Maybe something like this probably would be more ideal. Depending on the strength of the trend. If you made more than your last job's paycheck, you won. That's funny. True and funny at the same time. This would be a really good pullback for continuation. If the trend is that strong that it stays inside this purple here, and it just keeps, if it's that strong that it just stays in this purple, then that's just what it is. Let's see if we get some continuation. Here's the thing, we got to measure risk to reward. So let's say this blue does break up here. You got to measure risk to reward from wherever it breaks to 47.49. Ideally, something like this would be, and I don't know the amount of time this is going to take, but because we want the structure to be like a full movement. We want full movement, right? Shallow movement is going to be tough. Shallow movement is going to be top, bottom, top, bottom. We want full movement. We want to maybe break this purple here, travel down blue for a bit, and then form another purple. Maybe even back on the 20, something like that. Or maybe form a lick box up here like this. And look, if you were here for the morning session, the 15 minutes early, none of this is a surprise, right? You notice how the lick box starting to form maybe up here? Remember, we literally went over this morning. It's okay. Jay, you never make it. The one with the request never made it. But if you were here in the morning, everything literally happened. Everything. It's happening right now in front of our face. The setups, the plays that we went over, it's all happening. Remember, I told you that if we get up to this point right here, or a little bit higher would have been better. There's probably going to be a lick box forming here. There's probably going to be a lick box forming up here. So something like this would be ideal, right? For that bull flag. I'm just gonna draw it like this, whatever. Something like this would be ideal. You know what? Erase that. Let me just use the data that I actually have. You know, maybe something like this, and then the push up. That would be ideal. if the trend is strong, which, you know, look at this, obviously it is, then then it's going to be hard to catch it. So let this blue do its thing. And also to the same side, the same way on the downside, right? Let's say if it does break the blue, you have to watch out for like maybe a liquidity grab from the 50. Because it looks like the lick box is perfectly lined up with the 20 MA. And if we get between the 20 and the 50, there's probably nothing to do. There's probably nothing to do. And look, Chenko, you just said, I'm not going to say what you just said, but you just said something, right? Oh, you said all jokes. Okay. All right, got you. Good. Good. Okay, you almost made me jump through the screen. I almost kicked my laptop. I almost kicked my laptop in the face. All jokes. It better be all jokes. Remember, we don't want to fight the trend, right? We don't want to fight this trend. We'll know. We'll know. How will we know? I'll type it in the Discord. I'll type it in the Discord. But we love puts. Yo, we need to put a poll, because me too. I don't know why. I prefer buying puts. I just feel way more comfortable buying puts. It's because we can see the target, or we can, you know, see, you know, what just happened. I think that's why. But me too, man. I feel so guilty saying it, but yeah, I love puts. Oh man. Bruh, we took the elevator up today. We took a rocket ship today. Today we took a rocket ship. See, I wouldn't have been okay with this type of drawdown. So I'm glad I took my money where I did. Alright, look, so... Alright, so we see this blue, right? Watch. Watch. That's not perfect. Also not perfect. Okay, good enough for government work. And look, if not, then you know what the setup is, right? It's in the Discord. I just typed it in the Discord. The new motto, we love puts. Look, if we break this blue, like to the downside, watch out for the lick grab, okay? If we break the blue to the downside, watch out for the lick grab. Yeah. This is what it is. You see what it is. So if they form a second purple here, we don't know because it hasn't formed yet. If they form a second purple here, then maybe this flag, right? Maybe it's just going to flag right here. If they need to grab more, this would be reasonable. Maybe to grab back off the 50. We're not looking for puts until whatever I put in the Discord. That's just the answer, right? And then if that does happen, you have a target. Probably, maybe, bottom of the lick right here. So from here, you're testing, you're really, you got to measure risk to reward. Because remember yesterday how it gave us one of these, but they just chopped inside of the lick box. So if this is gonna, so from here, not only does it have to break blue, but it has to BRR above 47.49, or at least the lick box, because we have to do a lick box from lick box to 47.49. This is small risk to reward. So if it does break blue here, this is a if then, right? So if it breaks the blue and it BRR 47.49. Okay, someone write that down because I got to get out of here soon. So this is the early play, right? If it breaks blue and we BRR 47.49, right? Otherwise, we like this deep. We like the deep movement here. This would be a better, our best bet, a deep movement like this, right? So don't get ahead of it. You see what we're in. You don't need to think anymore. Stop thinking. You see it. And I don't know when this is going to happen, right? I don't know when, but you know, you have an idea. This could be a liquidity grab from the 50, right? You see it. So I know I'm giving you like very hard numbers and lines, but obviously it's not going to look like this in an hour. It's obviously not going to look like this in an hour. I'm giving you an idea. Liquidity grab, maybe the 20, depending on the price action. If everything dumps down, liquidity grab from the 20 or the 50 would be signifying this right here. See, now this is building up much better, right? See how this is building up much better than just this right here? Because this right here, let's say if it'll broke right here, that's very small risk to reward, because you know there's a liquidity wall right there. The further down we get, now you're building what? The liquidity, right? Now you're building it. Just like here, how we had to build it. Look at all this right here. And look at this really quick price action. So at this point here, I mean, it looks very similar to yesterday actually, but you don't need to guess. You don't need to be nervous. The only issue is going to be the MAs right underneath here. This is going to be the issue, right? This is going to be the issue. The MAs right here is just so happen to line up with this lick box perfect. All right, we're at this area right here where maybe there's a 50-50. But here, look, we're up against the MAs. You can't play around over here. So let it be obvious, you're not going to be late, especially with all this goddamn liquidity. You're not going to be late. I'm telling you, you're just going to have to hold for a little bit. Whichever one it is, right? You're not going to be late. I can tell you that right now. It may look choppy and ugly and sloppy, but if you let at least one of those plays play out, you know, pay attention to the water. Pay attention to the water. Because a lot's going to happen on your 1 minute chart, and it's gonna look smooth, or it's gonna look like a wick on your 5 minute chart. So look at the 1 minute to get really granular, and then you use your 5 minute to get some maybe a warm and fuzzy, and then use your 30 minute to see if it makes sense. And then, you know, either you're going to take the risk or you're not. And you're not going to be late. You just have to wait for whatever I'm saying. Wait for it to happen. That's all we got to do. Look, only one of two things can happen from here, right? We know how to play each one. We already know how to play each one. So once that thing happens, this is our best bet. This is when the odds are stacked in our favor, right? So there's probably not a lot to do. What the hell? This is thick. This is thick. What the hell? I can't do that. There's probably not a lot to do in here. Just saying. Just saying. You don't need to think too hard. Yeah, for real. Set alerts. Yep. Set alerts. Set alerts so you're not like constantly staring at, oh, green candle. Ooh, red candle. Ooh, green candle. You don't want to do that to yourself. And then what is this? 44. Where's 40? Okay, that makes sense. So then look on your 5 minute, probably something like that. Probably something like that, okay? Now look, we're high above the water, right? We're high above the water. So there's no sense fighting the trend until wherever it is I told you in the Discord. It doesn't make sense to fight that trend. Cruz, I think you got a pretty good understanding. I'm gonna have to get out of here in like a few minutes. So one of y'all are gonna have to lead the charge. Ooh, damn. Jay with the four-figure day. Jay. Oh man. Oh my goodness, Jay. This man's colorblind and all. Colorblind and all. Watch this. Watch this. Look, wins. Bam. Oh my goodness. Absolutely phenomenal. Colorblind and all. Not that it's a handicap, Jay. Not that it's a handicap. It's your handy strength. Right? Good job, brother. Good job. Excellent day. We had a really good day today, huh? Oh, man. That's funny. Jay's got a handy strength. Not a handicap. So look, we're contending with two ideas. I have to get out of here. We're contending with this blue. We're contending with what do you call it? This lick box. Very simple. Very simple. You don't even need to think. Sometimes we think too hard. Sometimes we think too hard. We need to stop guessing. We really need to stop guessing. We need to get this out of our head of well, let me it should be doing this, the market should be doing this. We don't need to guess. And look, if our setup doesn't play out, then that's not our setup. Then it doesn't play out. We do this every day. That's just not our setup. We have a very specific criteria because it has a high win rate. So why would you go against that win rate? I'm not telling you not to take a risk. I'm not telling you not to take a risk. I'm telling you don't over leverage. Because we're all going to get that, you know, we're all going to see the green or red candles and be like, ooh, that looks juicy. We're all going to see that. And you're going to be like, dang, but, you know, this isn't the setup, but it looks so good. Sometimes you're going to be right. All right, we're between the 20 and the 50. All right, pay attention. I'm going to step away for a second. Pay attention. All right, start overlaying your 1 minute and your 5 minute chart, right? But excuse me. Your 1 minute and your 5 minute chart, you need to start overlaying them right now. Pay attention. And remember, this stuff takes 35, 45 minutes, an hour to play. So if you're 3-4 minutes and you're already starting to move your stop, you're probably messing up, right? You're probably doing the wrong thing. All right, I took a little scalp to the 50. I have to get out. I gotta go get ready. That was a nice little, quick little scalp. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Okay, unfortunately, we're gonna have to call it an early day. I gotta go to the dentist. I remember one time I went to the dentist and they did a cleaning. I was so embarrassed at what they pulled out of my teeth that I made a promise to myself, never again will I go through that. So now when I go, they're just like, oh, okay, you don't really need a cleaning, but we'll do it anyway. So that's where I'm at now. And I highly recommend, and that's why I always tell the Discord, floss your teeth. I always say it every morning, or, you know, especially in the weekend, floss your teeth before Monday, make your bed, floss your teeth. I advocate for that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to go get my dental health in order. For the dentist? Oh man, everyone goes to the dentist, man. British orange. That's funny. That's funny. All right, look, let this play out, okay? We still don't know. We still don't know. If you didn't take the risk from here, then now you gotta wait, okay? Now you gotta wait. Because we still don't know. Look at this blue holding up, okay? So this doesn't necessarily have to, you know, I got lucky here that it's just doing this. We don't know, right? It can get ugly. So this is just luck. Don't read too far into this, because this is, you know, if this happens, look, this is still on the menu, right? Because look, we're still in this chop right here, right? So we're still in this chop. So, you know, there's, look, we could just be forming this much wider, what do you call it? The flag, right? So before we get comfortable doing anything, we're in the chop. There's nothing to do here. There's nothing to do here. Allow it to be obvious. Let it play out. Let it play out. There's no reason to rush. We're still in this blue, so be careful, because here's what could happen. We get caught in another blue right up here, just like yesterday. So pay attention, all right? YouTube, we're going to get out of here. We're going to do it again Monday. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, go to lastbuytrading.com. I'll get you sorted out. And join on Sunday. Join on Sunday night. That'll be your best bet, so you can take full advantage of everything. Or, you know, you get all your days. $45 for the week. You get all the call outs. Don't worry, you'll be fine. We do this every day. Anyways, YouTube, it's been a pleasure. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Goodbye. Discord, I'll be in there in a second, and we'll run through some plays.